Hello, Dr. Kaplan's book party. My name is Sarah Ramey. I am a patient of Dr. Kaplan's. I am also an author, so I know how big a night this is. And I just wanted to send a short video just about why I think that this is such an important book. And I think I can speak to this because I am the patient or the type of patient that this book is for. My diagnoses include ME/CFS or myalgic encephalomyelitis, CRPS or complex regional pain syndrome, POTS or postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, EDS or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and a variety of other consonants and vowels. But in all seriousness, I have some very, very serious medical problems. And when I got sick, which was 20 years ago, books like this did not exist. There was no recourse whatsoever if you were a patient that had chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, Lyme, CRPS, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, this family of illnesses. And I think I speak for everyone that has a problem like this, which is the disease itself is a nightmare. But the dominant feature of the nightmare is not the disease itself. It is being treated over and over and over again by physicians that you have gone to put your life in their hands, being treated as if you've made it up, as if it's not real, as if it's not important, as if you're not sick at all, which is just wrong. And that is very scary. As I often say, it's not very different than calling the fire department and having the fire department and saying, my house is burning down, and having the fire department say, nah, I don't buy it, click, and then your house burns down to the ground. This is what happens when you have an illness like these illnesses, autoimmune diseases, chronic fatigue, etc. Going to the doctor and saying, doctor, my body is on fire, and they say, I don't buy it, click. That is unacceptable. And so that is what makes a book like this so important, so revolutionary, and so vital for patients like us. And so I am so thrilled that this book and others will be out there to help people like me come in from the wilderness and not feel so alone and so lost and so hopeless. I think this book really offers, to my mind, three big things. Number one, very low bar, validation. If you are a patient, the very least that you are owed by your medical practitioner is the validation that you are in fact sick, saying, I hear you, yes, that makes sense, that sounds like XYZ problem. That is not the same thing as saying, here's the treatment for it, here's what we can do, I can cure you, I can help you, I alone can save you. That's not what patients like us are needing at a baseline. We are just needing the bare minimum of, yes, what you are saying is true, that you are a valid individual, and that is missing for patients like us. So number one, this can do that. This can, as I often say, kind of reinstall the rug that has been ripped out from underneath you as a patient. Number two, this book really talks about how you can navigate trying to get better. Some of the things that are known about how to help this type of patient. There's no panacea, there's no miracle cure. I myself am not all the way better, but I'm not bedridden, as you can tell. I'm not bedridden anymore. That's a big freaking deal for people like me who have been bedridden for years and years at a time, couldn't see friends, couldn't do anything, couldn't lift my head off the pillow. So this book really walks you through at least what's known that helps some people dramatically, helps other people some, and that's a huge step forward and is so important to at least start there with that type of information for this type of patient, sooner rather than later, in year one of being sick, when you have so much greater likelihood of getting better versus year 20, which is what happens to most of us. And then the third thing that this book offers is hope. Blessed, blessed hope. That is one of the things, again, that is just absent if you're a patient like this, is a feeling that anyone in medicine is even attempting to study the disease, to develop treatments for the disease, to validate the disease at all, or this family of diseases. And that is profoundly scary and deflating in terms of one's hope balloon. And so to come into contact with a doctor like Dr. Kaplan and get his expertise and his knowledge and his care and his compassion, really, at least in my own experience, but I know this is true for so many people, does a lot to start to inflate that hope balloon back up, because we all need hope. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter how sick you are, you need hope. And this book, I think, really does that, because even though the number of physicians that are working on this problem is relatively small to other comparable diseases, they are out there and they have generated work, they have figured some things out, and that is the beginning. We are at the beginning of this march to figure out and cure these types of illnesses. And to know that you're at least on the path, and like I said, not just lost in the wilderness by yourself, but that you are in a community that is on the path to figuring this out, is, to me, incredibly hope-inducing. So I hope that you will all buy the book. I hope that you all enjoy the book and spread it around, buy it for friends and family. That's what Dr. Kaplan has done for my book, so thank you. And have a great time at the book party tonight. I wish I could be there, but sending lots of love. Bye.